This is telling and asking the parents and grandparents' names for Oglala, Lakota County School District, teachers, staff, parents. Language 1 through 2, grades 2 through college. Talking about my parents and my grandparents and your grandparents. For me, myself, Ina, my mother, Ate, my father, Unchi, my grandmother, Tchonkashila, my grandfather. And remember that sequence. My mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa. That will be important later. Your mother, Nihon. Your father, Niate. Your grandmother, Nikunshi. Your grandfather, Nithunkashila. When I want to tell the names of my parents and grandparents, you can say Ina, Judy, and then the maiden name of your mother, Echiapi. Ate, Douglas, their last name, Echiapi. Unchi, Agnes, the maiden name, Echiapi. Tchunkashila, Thomas, the last name, Echiapi. So you always want to say the maiden name of your mom and your grandma, because that lets people know which side of the different families that you come from. An alternative way to tell the names of my parents and grandparents, I could say Atewaeke Douglas, last name Echiapi. And that means I have for a father Douglas, and then the last name. Inawaeke Judy, maiden name Echiapi. Unchiwaeke Agnes, maiden name Echiapi. Tchunkashila Waeke Thomas, last name Echiapi. The other terms for grandpa are Gaka and Lala. So these terms, Gaka is considered a southern Lakota word for grandpa. Lala is considered a northern Lakota word for grandpa. But you will hear them said in both places, the northern Lakota speakers and the southern Lakota speakers. So originally, an affectionate term used mainly by children, not generally used by adults unless remembering fond memories or among family. But that is changing, and you will hear people, adults nowadays, that will still refer to their Gaka na ishter Lala. So in the last slide, we only named one set of grandparents. So to tell the names of the grandparents on both the mother and father side is important, because that's going to show the different families. So we're going to connect this sentence with the word Echiataha. Echiataha means on the side of what was just mentioned. So in this first example, Inawayeki is I have for a mom. So on the side of who I have for a mom, Unchiwayeki Dorothy, maiden name Echiapi. My grandma's name is Dorothy. Ina wayeke echiata hantun kashla wayeke Darwin, last name Echiapi. So on the side of my mom, or on my mom's side, my grandpa's name is Darwin. Ate wayeke echiata ha uchi wayeke Agnes, maiden name Echiapi. On my dad's side, my grandma is named Agnes, maiden name. Ate wayeke echiata hantun kashla wayeke Thomas, last name Echiapi. On my dad's side, my grandpa is named Thomas, last name. How to ask the names of your parents or grandparents. Niate taku echiapi he. Or men can use ho. What is your dad's name? Nihon taku echiapi he na ish ho. What is your mom's name? Ni trunka shilataku echiapi he na ish ho. What is your grandpa's name? Ni krunshitaku echiapi he na ish ho. What is your grandma's name? How to ask the names of someone's parents. This is an alternative way. Instead of using nihon, we're going to just use ina. Ina yayeki taku echiapi he, or ho. Ate yayeki taku echiapi he, na ish ho. Ina yayeki tuahe. Ate yayeki tuahe. So the only difference in that is we're asking, who do you have as a mother? Who do you have as a father? What is the name of who you have as a mother? What is the name of who you have as a father? So we're just basically asking their names. Asking about somebody's grandparents. So you can also say, instead of nitrunkashila and nikunshi, you can ask unchi yayeki taku echiapi he. Trunkashila yayeki taku echiapi he. What is the name of who you have as a grandmother? What is the name of who you have as a grandfather? Another alternative is to say unchi yayeki tuahe. Who do you have as a grandmother? Trunkashila yayeki tuahe. Who do you have as a grandfather? So if we put that all together, if you're giving a speech, this is why that sequence is important, because you're going to always start with your mom and then your grandma. After you say your mom and dad, then you're going to go grandma, grandpa. Because we always mention the females first. So if it was a speech for the men, ha mitakiapi. For the women, ha mitakiapi. Kore emachiapi. Na ina wayeki Judy, maiden name Echiapi. Na ate wayeki Douglas, last name Echiapi. Ina wayeki Echiata ha uchi wayeki Dorothy, maiden name Echiapi. Na ina wayeki Echiata ha tunkashila wayeki Darwin, last name Echiapi. So those are giving the grandparents' names on my mom's side first. Ate wayeke Echiata ha uchi wayeki Agnes, maiden name Echiapi. Na ate wayeke Echiata ha tunkashila wayeki Thomas, last name Echiapi. So if you want to mention both of their names at the same time, it's a little bit shorter. You could say ina wayeki Judy, maiden name, na ate wayeki Douglas, last name Ewichakiapi.